Next, over at the Creative Cove, we are joined by Colin Davis, who is here today and all weekend. Explain what it is you're doing here at Wyntercon.
I'm an author. I'm here selling some books. I've got some badges and mugs and stuff like that. I'm kind of like an Uber geek that just found a way of staying here the entire time.
I don't think you're telling the whole truth there, because I believe that this has got connections back to the original Wyntercon 6 years ago.
Yeah, that's correct. I've got a book called 2001: A Space Ode and Ditty, and the original spoken word show premiered here at Wyntercon 1 all those years ago. So that was a wonderful thing. Yeah, it's nice to be back doing it.
So for those who haven't seen it or read it, what would that be about?
It's my life as a geek. So it starts off with me being born, and it goes through my love of things of Doctor Who, the Universal monsters, and I tell my stories from my life, and I mix that with poetry inspired by the stuff that I absolutely love, like Doctor Who and Universal monsters and Star Wars and stuff.
Now, some people use the word geek and they use it as a bit of a derogatory term or what have you, but you're embracing that there. You're turning it into a real positive, which is fantastic. What would you say to those that have been unfairly labelled in a cruel way of being called a geek?
Well, I say that bullies always find a way to try and hurt you, and the best way to hurt a bully is to sit there and just ignore them and do not give them the power. I am a geek and I'm proud of it, and I hold my fist into the air and say...
Exactly. I think once you stop reacting like it is an insult and it's a badge of honour, it loses all its power.
Exactly. It's like I found the best way of getting over things is if I can mock myself before anyone else can, they have no jokes.
They have no jokes.
It's a great way to stop
and also, you know, you look at the biggest movies in the cinema at the moment, and they are the geek movies.
They are, yes.
So, you know, haha.
Yes, and it is absolutely true, and the geek shall inherit the earth.
Already are. Already are.
That's where we are. We're here.
And we will be nice to everybody else, unlike the previous inheritors.
So that was one of the things about Wyntercon. I mean, I originally grew up in Brighton, and I live in Blackpool, so I travel a long way down for this. And when I came to the first one of the great things about this was that any genre. So you can be a horror fan, you can be a sci-fi, you can be fantasy, and everybody just loves each other because everyone, you know...
It's about celebrating the sense of fandom, your passion. What is it? As long as you're passionate about something, that thing might be here and you can celebrate it.
I've been doing cons for quite a few years now, and I always say one of the greatest things I ever saw was there was a Comic-Con in Blackpool. It was massive, and one of the most beautiful things I ever saw was a 70-year-old guy on a Zimmer frame dressed as Wonder Woman. Nobody batted an eyelid. It was just wonderful because he was there celebrating what he loved, and that's what
expressing himself in a way that he wanted to, and everyone allowed him and encouraged him to do that.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
What would you make of all the different costumes we've seen wandering around here so far?
Oh, there's been some fantastic costumes, absolutely fantastic. And actually, I'm not just meaning like the ones that, you know, where you can go out and really go out the top. Sometimes there's a kid walking around in a cardboard box, which I think is a box troll. It's fabulous and absolutely brilliant. I love it.
Again, it's whatever you want to do, and it's not about you know how much effort or how much you spent. It's about did you realise your dream? Is that what you wanted to come as? And you've come as it. Fantastic.
And sometimes people don't even realise you're cosplaying. I'm actually cosplaying right now, and a lot of people don't realise that. This shirt here. This is actually Carl Dixon from a comic book called Rock of the Reds, written by John Wagner, and the artist, Don Conwell, who's actually over the other side over there signing things at the moment.
Undercover cosplay.
So, yeah, I am actually cosplaying. I don't have the body of a footballer, well, actually, yeah, no, I do, but it's Sunday League footballer, you know. So, but that's the whole thing. And so, yeah, you can just be almost just wearing a shirt and say that's who you want to be.
And also, you know, I don't know if I've seen any here, but some of the cons I go to, you get the cross-playing, so cross-gendering. I often don my Wonder Woman T-shirt because I'm a big fan of Wonder Woman, and why can't I wear a Wonder Woman T-shirt? No reason. No. But also the mashups, where someone takes an element from one genre and then some from another, and they create a completely new character or cosplay, and again it's like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. It is one of those things where creativity, which I think we miss a lot of in this world nowadays. We're not taught to be critical thinkers. We're not taught philosophies and how to be
conform,
creative.
Aren't we? We're taught to conform, not to create and be critical thinkers.
Well, the idea of just sitting there saying, you know what, be a Lego zombie. Doesn't matter. Just go out and do it, and do what you want to do.
I think it's trying to educate people that, you know, there's an attitude in society that if you do something that's different or new, people will say why.
Yeah.
And of course, the answer is why not?
Yes,
You know,
well,
and
that's
it's
the
just
ultimate answer.
yes.
The only argument that anyone can ever, people can't argue against is because I want to. It's a, why are you dressed like that? Because I want to.
Yeah,
You know,
it's a
and you can't
non-question,
argue
really, isn't it? It's like the question doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
It's self-explanatory. I didn't
Yeah.
dress like this because I didn't want to. That's mad.
Why are you dressed like Wonder Woman? Because I wanted to be Superman. No, it doesn't. No, of course that's not going to be the answer. You dress like Wonder Woman because you love Wonder Woman, and it's fine. And
that is why I dress like Wonder Woman. Get out of my head.
So what are you working on now? What's next for you?
I'm currently writing a number of science fiction stories, which I'm also, at my stand, what I'm doing is I'm collecting email addresses because I'm doing this new thing called Inbox Stories. So sign up to it, it's completely free, and every month you get a free short story.
And where is your table?
I'm opposite the TARDIS.
Opposite the TARDIS.
Perfect for me, that, because I love Doctor Who.
Sign up with your email address
Yes.
and be part of this project up over near the TARDIS.
Yeah, it's great, and we do a lot of, like I say, if you're Doctor Who fans, I've got strange Doctor Who stuff over there, and I've worked with Colin Baker as well, so that was quite nice. But yeah, come over, sign up for it, get free stories, and have a chat. I'm there to talk.
Lovely. Well, thank you very much for joining us at the Creative Cove. We'll chat to you later.
Thank you, Colin. Take care.